Hi, it's Josephine from the Pointe shop, and I'm at A&A Ballet in Chicago today, and I'm going to be fitting Brielle Tripke, who's going to be working on a couple different problems right now. This is an injury that she's had before but has come back, and we're going to try to help her fix that and rehab that while she's doing her PT as well. So we're going to be talking about a couple different things, but the main thing that we want to work on today is getting her over on her left ankle, because she has a little bit of problems getting all the way over on her pointe shoes. She actually has really pretty feet, but her ankles are a little bit weaker, so it tends to pull her back in a lot of different styles. So we're going to be working on that today, and then we'll take a look at the shoe that she has already and the type of shoes that she's going to need in order to help her get over. All right, bring your right foot up on pointe and then press up on both feet. So this is a soft shank, and this is actually a little bit different than most dancers. A lot of dancers have problems getting over on their pointe shoes because the shoes are too hard and they're pulling them back. But Brielle's a very unique case where if the shoe is softer, it actually pulls her back because it's not giving her enough support. So it's not the same for everyone. You can have the same exact problem with two different dancers and have a completely different solution. So as you can see, the left one is still having a little bit of trouble getting over. Same with the right, and what she tends to do is that she tries to roll her ankles towards her pinky, and it makes her sickle a little bit. So we're gonna have a shoe that's a little bit stronger and a little bit harder in the backbone of the shoe, the shank, so that she can get over a little bit better. When a dancer is not able to get over a soft shank and is getting over a hard shank, that typically means that she is not as strong and she needs to work on strength rather than flexibility. So everybody needs to work on one or the other. For Brielle, it's going to be strength. So come on down for me. The shoe that she's in right now is a soft shank, like I mentioned. So typically that's the direction that most of the fitters will go towards when you say that you're having trouble getting over. And also a lot of ballet teachers will send their dancers to me and say this dancer needs a soft shoe because she's having trouble getting over on her pointe shoes. But in reality, she has to get a harder shank. It's kind of difficult for me to tell unless I actually see her a couple times and work with her. This is actually the first time I'm fitting Brielle, but we have worked together over Skype and we have done a couple of video things, but this is the first time I'm actually looking at her feet and seeing her feet, and it's very clear to me that she is actually the opposite of a lot of dancers, and she needs a harder shank for her to get over on her pointe shoes. And it's quite frustrating because a lot of times you keep going to a softer and softer and softer shank, and then you struggle more and more. So especially because she has an injury right now and she's rehabbing through. So we need to get her something that's very strong in order for her to get support from the bottom of her shoe. But like I said, because everyone is so individual and it needs to be so personalized, it is very difficult to determine what she actually needs until I've seen her a couple more times. All right, bring your right foot up on pointe. So she's worn these once before. Step up onto pointe. Very good. So this is actually a much, much harder shank than the shoe that she was in before. So the shoe that she was in before was a soft shank. We completely skipped the medium shank and we went to a hard shank. So this is actually very thick. If you feel the thickness of the shoe, the bottom of the shoe, it's very thick because it's almost like a double shanked shoe. And it's giving her a lot more support so that she can stay up on pointe. So she feels a lot more secure and safe in a harder shank. And it's not because she's rolling over in a soft shank, it's because she is not able to get over all the way. So it is very personalized. Can you go into parallel? Now our goal for Brielle is to be able to go to a softer shoe so that she's able to support herself rather than her using the wrong muscles to kind of dance and force her ankles to kind of push over. So we want to go to a softer and softer shoe. So some dancers, I start them out with a soft shoe and I gradually work them into a harder shank. And some dancers, I start them off with a hard shank and I slowly work them through to a softer shank. So Brielle, we're gonna do a hard shank for now, and once she recovers and are able to use the correct muscles to get over onto pointe, we're going to go to a softer shank again. Pointe shoe fitting is a very individualized kind of thing, so you have to really understand the dancer, their technique, and their good and bad habits in order to pick out the best shoe for them. So if you have an issue, don't rule out a lot of the different things because it can have a lot of different solutions. And if you're having trouble getting over on your pointe shoes, or if you're having trouble with sickling or weak ankles or whatever it may be, if you have any problems, go ahead and leave that on the comments, subscribe, and tune in for the next pointe shoe video.